It's night and day. Alright, Night and Day back again. Alright, so just like we said, we're gonna go ahead and bring you guys the Superman side of the Batman vs Superman ending from Chapter 12.
The alternate ending of Injustice 2.
And then we also went back, if you can see in the left side of the screen where it says completion, we also went back and did the other sides of any fight where it gave you a choice of which character to control.
Right.
So instead of Green Arrow, we were Black Canary and vice versa. So we can get everything unlocked. And you really didn't miss much. I mean, with each of those alternate character fights, it's basically each character does a different one-liner at the start.
Right, exactly.
So really not a lot of content there. But this one should be much more since it's a completely different perspective on the ending. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Something about the way he's sitting in that chair reminds me of Abe Lincoln, in the Lincoln Memorial.
7 years ago, I shoved tubes in my brain. He does look like Abe Lincoln.
Yes.
It's because the helmet kind of looks like a beard.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. He has like gnarly sideburns.
And they gave him this semi-receding hairline in this Injustice.
Yeah, I noticed that. He doesn't have that trademark like hair flip that Batman usually has, that comb-over style.
He sort of has it, but it's like in a receding hairline instead of his normal...
That's what being evil does to you.
Lower front little flip that goes down on his forehead, like you're saying.
Yeah, being evil really causes some stress.
Time to choose Superman's side.
Alright, let's see what Superman has to offer.
I do agree with Superman's perspective. If Brainiac is the level of power he's been presented at in other forms of DC Universe.
Right.
But in this game, he hasn't been really. He's not this omnipresent force that can copy himself a million zillion times all over the world, all over the universe.
Right.
He's just shown up once and he was stopped. So in this case, maybe the argument can be made he's not that big of a threat, so it's not worth the cost of millions and millions of lives.
Right, yeah. Because, so far it seems like using that signal disruptor has destroyed all of his power for this time. So
well, at least using it and then punching him in the face a bunch with Batman and Superman.
Yeah. So he can be stopped, and if he can be stopped, that means it makes no sense to kill him if you have millions and millions on the line.
Right.
And it's not going to cause your universe to not die.
Right. Save the cities, then kill him.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds about right.
So now we get to see Superman and Green Lantern, what became of them when they flew out the window.
I'm not sure Green Lantern would.
How can you be against me on this? He took Coast City.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Think about Carol, Hal. Brainiac has to pay.
No, Clark. My rage won't bring Carol back. Just like yours couldn't bring back Lois.
Oh, snap.
But it might bring the Vomit Master back.
He's just gonna turn into a rage monster again.
Oh, that was cool.
Nice.
Oops, I missed. I'm gonna super fly into the ground right in front of you. What do you think about that?
I love that he just bounces right next to him.
Did you throw an actual lantern at me?
Yeah, he does. He has a lot of just regular lantern stuff.
There we go. That's the move I
Nice.
wanted to
Yeah.
figure out how to do, because man, that looks fun.
Oh, that's super.
Sinestro was
Fun.
right about you.
It is fun, but I feel like that would kill him immediately.
Well, not Green Lantern. He's one of these heavy hitter guys.
Yeah, that's true. He did just survive a fall from like 1 billion miles away.
Although he might have landed on Superman to survive it.
No, Superman just like held him down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Superman might have needed that to happen because supposedly his powers were gone for we don't know how long.
Oh, yeah.
Kryptonite.
This world is protected.
This world is mine.
That's fine.
Ooh, Nelly. That's a power one. You can
Hey,
hit
buddy.
him. You can hit him literally anywhere. That's great. Oh wow, he's learning. Oh wow, that was close. You could just get another one soon. Oh,
Thanks.
whoa, never mind.
Green Lantern's got you.
Really? Have
That's-
you seen the life bars?
That's all you have to say for yourself.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh, that would have been it. Oh, but you could just do. Oh. Oh man. You were just like punching on the ground just in case he gets too close. That's still so insane to me. Just rips a trident through his leg.
I'm tired of fighting you, Arthur.
I wonder if Batman would be okay with chopping off the limbs of people,
Batman knew they'd double cross us.
leaving them
We have
alive.
to move.
Huh, I don't know. He's not killing them.
That would kind of hamper the Joker's ability to do much.
Yeah, just make him like
Oh man.
quadriplegic.
Cal, stop! These are your friends!
My friends should be helping me instead of standing in my way.
Okay.
This is on you, Barry. When you defected, the regime fell. You left us vulnerable to Brainiac.
Barry.
You shouldn't have lost your nerve.
Barry.
I lost
Yeah.
my nerve when I
Barry.
didn't stand up to you the first time, Clark.
Barry. Clark.
Never again.
Clark Barry. Clark Barry sounds like
This
a
is Clark Berries.
delicious breakfast treat.
Can I get some more Clark Berries, Mom? Sure, son. You don't disappoint me like Bruce Wayne. Wow. That was a lot that happened just now. It's still one of the coolest combos, I think, that they have. Wow. There's a lot here. I don't think we fought here before.
Oh yeah. I always forget about everything.
Oh
that's-
yeah, all the environment stuff.
Yeah.
I love the environment stuff. It's makes things interesting. Wow. So close.
Can we hurry this up?
Wow. I know the real Flash would be terrified to fight Superman.
No more Mr. Boy Scout.
Nice.
I'm glowing red. I'm not glowing red in the cutscene.
For some reason, that's one of my favorite supers.
Well, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's very Dragon Ball Z-esque.
Yeah, it doesn't look the coolest, but for some reason, yeah. it just screams like what Superman would do.
Yeah.
I didn't think he connected with that one.
Stand up to that.
Oh!
Ayo.
Cal!
I can't forgive you so easily this time, Kara.
There's still hope, Cal. I know you're afraid, for everybody. Ever since you lost Lois.
I used to be afraid. Afraid my powers would make people fear me. Afraid who I'd hurt if I wasn't careful every second of every day. I spent my whole life holding back. My fear cost me Lois. That's why I don't hold back anymore!
Wonder Woman cracks a smile.
Yeah. It's like, ha, yeah. That's my boo.
Should've listened to me.
I can't believe they're running.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
She led us right to him.
It's no accident you brought us here.
Of course it isn't.
I warned him about Diana, but I didn't believe you'd turn on me.
You should want Brainiac dead more than anyone. Instead, you're undermining me.
Thank Rao your father can't see you. When General Zod tried to take over Krypton, Jor-El led the fight against him. That's who you come from. That's who you are, Cal. Not this.
If Jor-El had been more like Zod, he might have saved Krypton. I will save the Earth.
Oh, really? In the same board that you fought Wonder Woman in? I guess they gave you guys the room.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Dang. She's really using the environment here.
Man, she has that scorpion move.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not at full power.
Go off the other side of the screen and smack.
They have a lot of that, like, touches of it. Like the bone breaks and the, and then the scorpions. They even have Sub-Zero with Captain Cold.
Yeah, well, there's no choice really for Captain Cold to follow a few moves.
Yeah, all of Captain Cold's moves just remind me of either Sub-Zero or Mr. Freeze. It's like, there's so little you can do with that, like with that character and that superpower.
Right.
It just seems like, well, he's kind of borrowed, I guess. Ooh,
Does never land.
Protect the weak.
that was good. Oh,
Back at it!
back at it again.
Injustice TM 2.
I will save the Earth.
Justice totally mine too. It's fun, but oh wow,
Poor baby Cal.
it's wow, it's quite the juggler.
Oh.
Nice combo. And then she just throws that in there.
Yeah.
There we go.
He's
Yeah,
got a-
like when like when Green Lantern and Superman fall out of the ship for the first time during the fight. I guess this really puts it into why Superman didn't come sooner or whatnot. Like, you can see both sides of the story unfolding at the same time, which is really cool.
Nothing more than a nuisance.
What? Got her.
Got it. Nice. There we go.
I will pulverize you.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, man.
Wow. That's just perfectly timed.
I don't want to hurt you.
Stop pleading and fight.
You win.
Why did he sound like that? Stop pleading and fight. Oh, I don't even know that was.
Yeah, that's,
Oh, wow.
Now the fight's starting to look like
There,
Kryptonians
yeah,
fighting for
yeah,
a
that's
second
better. Yeah, they're both just like doing this like same thing to different degrees on one another. There we go. Oh, that was so close.
Yeah.
That was
Point blank.
point blank eyes.
I'm sorry.
Your war is over.
Fighting on the same side, it felt like old times. But I guess we both knew it would end this way.
Do you remember that night when you told me Lois was pregnant?
You knew, even before I said anything.
That was a good memory.
From another lifetime.
I miss the people we were then.
Me too. Quit, Bruce. You can't win.
You of all people know, Clark. I never quit.
Superman's such a dick in this universe.
Well, I mean, you would probably be less of a friendly person too if the love of your life and your unborn child were both killed.
Yeah. Well, didn't Superman kill him?
No. Well, yeah.
yeah.
He killed him because he was tricked by Joker.
Right. Yeah. Well, he was like poisoned or something like that, or drugged, and then Joker got him to do all these like terrible things.
Well, just one terrible thing, but it was enough.
Well, didn't he like nuke Metropolis or something like that? Also, that's why no one wants to live in Metropolis anymore.
Yeah, so what actually happened more specifically is Joker kidnapped Lois, and then Superman came to rescue her, and Joker hit him with some drug, and instead of Lois, Superman saw Doomsday. So Superman thought that Doomsday was there attacking Lois, and Doomsday being incredibly deadly, Superman instantly went to intercept him and flew him into outer space to take him out, but then he came to the realization after the toxin wore off that it wasn't Doomsday, it was Lois, who was pregnant with their child. So that was already extremely traumatic for Superman. But then they take it another level, and it turns out Joker had, while he had kidnapped Lois, he had somehow wired the trigger for a nuclear bomb to her heart. So when her heart stopped beating, then the bomb would go off. And so that's exactly what happened. Superman killed Lois, and when her heart stopped beating, the nuke went off in Metropolis, and that's how the city got taken out.
I guess that alone like was enough to make him kill Joker, and also go crazy and just kill everyone. That's a criminal in his eyes.
Right. Now, he killed Joker and changed his mind on whether or not killing was okay or justifiable.
Right. Yeah. Because I guess he felt that if dying, like people dying like that, made him feel just that bad. That's like the perfect counter to that move.
Protect the weak.
But yeah, if oh wow. Oh man. Well, I guess it's limited damage.
Yeah. Kind of wasted it.
Yeah.
The whole story is pretty extreme. The Joker uses bombs pretty often, but nuking whole cities isn't what he's usually about.
Peace and revenge.
But I mean, they were going for something pretty extreme for it to be feasible, to be something that could actually make Superman fall from grace. It could actually drive him over the edge, make him willing to cross that line and change his entire worldview so that he believes killing is the only right solution.
Nice! That was a beautiful combo into that.
Yeah, that's the sort of stuff you have to learn how to do when you're playing for real.
Yeah.
Make the super hit.
Right.
I will pulverize.
He's just move by move.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
It's over, Bruce.
You don't have to do this.
I'm not letting Brainiac live to put the Earth at risk again.
Then what? I'm your next victim.
I could have killed you years ago. It would have been so easy.
So go ahead, Clark. Do it. Show me what a villain looks like.
Is that what you want to see?
He's still breathing.
If he dies a martyr. I want him kept alive.
We need to deal with Carl.
She's young. Give her time. She'll come around.
And if she doesn't?
She will. This time, everyone will.
You bonded with Brainiac's ship.
Brainiac is dead. The remaining cities have been restored, and just like I told you, Earth is at peace.
Under your heel.
I wish you'd come around, Kara. I'm building a new army to protect the Earth. There are billions of warriors trapped in Brainiac's collection. Kryptonians, Daxamites, Zarnians. I'll have a legion whose power rivals the combined Lantern Corps. And I want you to lead it with me.
Never, Cal.
You'll either make the right choice, or I'll make it for you. What's it going to be?
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta admit, Superman's ending was much cooler.
Yeah, Superman's ending was insane. So I guess he is under Brainiac's control. I mean, his eyes have the same effect that the other people that were under Brainiac's control's eyes do.
Yeah, it's very possible because
Yeah.
Brainiac kept going, or each person who was under Brainiac's control was kind of saying something that they had been manipulated to believe. Like Swamp Thing was like, "Oh, Brainiac will protect the Green forever."
Right.
So
Right,
I'm
exactly.
still totally fine within my own mental capacity.
Right,
I
exactly.
want to help him. So
Yeah.
yeah, Superman could be being under mental sway, or he could have actually used the ship and just be using the technology to carry out his own agenda, which is bringing peace to everyone forcefully.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, I feel like it's more likely the first part, like he thinks he's like of his own volition, like bringing peace towards everyone, but it's just Brainiac's doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's at least what it seems like. But yeah, I guess you don't know. And maybe the final ending will show you, or the next version of Injustice.
Join us next time to find out with us.
Yeah, come join us. It's gonna be an adventure together.
Join us as our mental slaves as Brainiac enslaves our channel and everyone else in the world who through YouTube.
I always knew it was gonna be YouTube.
I always knew Twitter was some devious shit.
You tweet at someone and they're now under your control.
We're all sheep under the control of some crazy
Brainiac Twitter.
robot overlord. Yeah, so now that we've seen both endings to the game, that's pretty cool. Definitely like both sides. I thought Superman's ending was cooler in general because it opened up more possibilities for the future.
Right, yeah, it really took a different turn than the usual, like Batman wins and Superman's... Well, Superman lost all his powers apparently with the gold kryptonite, so there is no more Superman for that ending. But now there's a Brainiac-filled Superman Batman team up. So there's like totally different sides of the spectrum there available to the game designers for the next one.
Yeah, if they, depending on what the game designers do in order to move forward with the sequel, if they do use the Superman one ending as canon, then they can say, okay, now it's Superman and Batman potentially being controlled by Brainiac, and it's basically Supergirl versus the world to try and get everyone back on her side and eventually take out the two main characters.
Right, yeah, and it's gonna be a heck of a time for her to have to get out of that prison that Superman was in the beginning, and now there is no heroes that we have left. I mean, Superman just kind of ripped off Green Lantern's arm there, and so everyone's kind of I don't know who would be a match for that team up, the Superman Batman duo.
Well, we don't know if Batman is at the height of his
Full
mental capacity. Yeah,
right.
If he's mind-controlled Batman, and we don't know how much the other superheroes are actually still on board with Superman's plan now that it's starting to look even more like, world conquest instead of world peace.
True,
where
yeah.
he's going beyond Earth and he's going to try and push his forceful nature, his forceful regime to the entire universe or the galaxy or wherever he wants to stop. Is Wonder Woman still on board with this plan? Aquaman?
Yeah.
Green Lantern? I mean, they might all end up joining Kara's team.
Yeah. Yeah, how it ends up playing out. Yeah, because if Batman's being mind controlled, I don't know to what point they're planting thoughts in his head, or he can do his ultimate plan 4 steps ahead of every opponent and do that, or if it's just basically another conduit to fight people with through Brainiac's mind. So
yeah, if controlled Batman is just basically a martial artist with no strategic
capabilities at all. Right, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but definitely it seems like if they make an Injustice 3, which they probably will because the series seems to be doing well and they set up for a sequel.
Definitely.
If they make one, there is more potential in the story for Superman's ending, so maybe they'll just say, okay, that's canon, the end, or maybe they'll just make Batman's canon and move forward from there, or they might try to do you can play forward from both storylines and choose which path you want, and it'll be 2 completely different stories. That's a lot more work for the designers.
Definitely.
That would be almost 2 separate games.
Right, yeah.
When the element with the most choice happens at the very beginning, then you have to either combine the 2 branching paths really quick,
right, yeah.
or you have 2 whole games.
yeah, exactly. It's like this never-ending pit, and you go in both directions if you don't combine them. Yeah, it gets basically 2 completely separate games. And I don't know, even between the 2 endings, you saw that there was overlap with Batman and Superman's stories. They ended up at the same place at the same time on both times. So maybe they'll do something similar, but I don't know how that's even possible. Or the multiverse things comes into effect again, or they have a lot of different things, or they could do the comic book route, where they just kind of go backwards and remake the whole story again. So
that's true. That's true. I mean, it is comic book land. They can do whatever they want to do. They can have people from different timelines come in and converge things that completely out of their control, or it would seem like it's not a solution and just bend reality until it fits.
Yeah.
I mean, you said in the Batman ending, Superman has lost his powers, but yeah, it's the comic book world. He can get them back.
Exactly.
Either through some sort of logical progression of storytelling or through some just complete BS MacGuffin. I just went and sneezed and inhaled the big Phantom Zone sneezy powders, and I'm a power 'em again. Yay!
Yeah. Exactly like that. I think I read that in a comic book somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's exactly. That was. I think we just read the early treatment for Injustice 3.
Yeah.
Snooperman inhales the sneezy snooper snouter powders, and hims is get the power back.
They totally missed the opportunity to name Deadshot Snooperman.
Wouldn't he be Sneeperman?
Sneeperman? I don't
Because
know.
he's the king of sneeping with his sneeper rifle.
Depends on how you mispronounce sniper.
I mean, Snooperman sounds like a super peeping Tom.
He's the ultimate detective. He is Batman. It's come full circle.
That's what Brother Eye was really made
Right,
for.
yeah, for snooping. Oh, man.
Peeperman. All right, guys. Well, let us know which way you would like them to go with the story. If you think that it would be better to follow Batman's path, Superman's path, or
Something
or
in between.
reconverge
Yeah.
the two paths, or keep them separate and have two completely different storylines available in the game. Let
Yeah.
us know what your preference is.
Yeah, and what your preference was for the endings. Like, who did you like more? Like, either Superman or Batman in general. You have both available, two completely different. So, see where your mind's at with that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, personally, the Superman ending was cooler.
Right, yeah, I'm at the same place. Like, Superman's ending was just, like, this wow factor that you're really not used to.
And with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Alright, see ya later.